We have some big games coming up, so I thought it'd be fun to share some of my favorite dip recipes that are low carb and easy to make. These are perfect if you get invited last minute to go watch the game and you need something quick and easy, or if you have a potluck coming up, or you just want to take a dip in some dip. First is for my jalapeno popper fans. This dip tastes like you're eating a jalapeno popper, but without the carbs. Start by adding 8 ounces of softened cream cheese to a large bowl, then scoop a half a cup of sour cream. And if you're trying to get more protein into your life, you might want to experiment with adding some Greek yogurt instead of the sour cream. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to bake up, but Greek yogurt does have more protein than sour cream, so might be a good option. Also, it might add some tangy flavor, so it might not work. Don't shoot the messenger, it's just a suggestion. Next, you're gonna need some mayo, 1/4 cup. And if you're avoiding bad seed oils, you could use avocado oil as an option or just make your own. Recipe right here. Next, we need some cheese to make it cheesy. You're gonna need 3/4 cup of shredded cheddar cheese and then 1/2 cup of shredded Monterey Jack cheese. And whenever you're making something that involves melted cheese like we are in this dip recipe, it's best to shred your own cheese from the block because a lot of those pre-shredded bag kinds that you find at the store have anti-caking agents that make it so the cheese doesn't melt as good when you're heating it up. Then for seasonings, I'm adding in 1/2 teaspoon each of garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and salt. Then add in 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. We'll mix this together until it's combined. And an easier way to mix this would be to use an electric mixer. It's a trick that my mom used to use. I'm sure she's not the only one to think of it, but sometimes it's hard to mix softened cream cheese together unless you have a lot of muscle. Now, to make this a true jalapeno popper dip, you need to add in some jalapenos. This is 4 jalapenos that I've seeded and finely chopped. And if you like a little bit of heat in your dip, then just seed 3 of the jalapenos and one of them leave the seeds and the ribs intact because that's where all of the spicy heat lives, is in the ribs and the seeds. Then we're gonna add in some chopped bacon. This is from 2 slices that I have cooked in my air fryer. Actually, you're gonna need 6 slices of bacon for this recipe. You're gonna need 2 of them to go into your dip, 2 of them you're gonna chop up and put on top of your dip after it's cooked, and then 2 of them you just wanna enjoy as a snack, like I'm gonna do after I finish filming this. Then scoop this mixture into a small casserole dish or an oven-safe skillet, and you're gonna smooth it out into an even layer. And then we're gonna top it with 1/4 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. This is gonna bake in a 375-degree oven for around 15 to 20 minutes or until it starts to get golden or the cheese is bubbly on top. Then remove it from the oven and then top it with the remaining chopped bacon, and you can scoop it up with your favorite keto chips or veggies. Before I show you my next recipe, it's time for a hydration break because one of my New Year's resolutions this year was to drink at least 40 ounces of water a day. And to help me with that, I'm gonna use electrolytes from my sponsor of today's video, Element Electrolytes. One symptom of low electrolytes is leg cramps, and that can be caused by low potassium and low magnesium. I started working out hard again the first of the year, and I was getting some leg cramps, and I knew I was not consuming enough electrolytes. Thank goodness I always have these on hand, and 1 packet does the trick. Sometimes I only need a 1/2 packet. Element has a science-backed formula of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. It comes in delicious flavors like orange, raspberry, watermelon. They even have chocolate. Plus, right now, Element is offering my viewers a free sample pack with any order, so it's a great way to try some of their flavors. All you have to do is go to drinkelement.com/KetoFocus to get yours. This next dip sounds expensive, but trust me, it's not. It has the name $1 Million Dip, not because it's worth $1 million, that would be ridiculous, but because it's supposed to taste like $1 million. And once you hear this combo of ingredients, you're gonna see why it's a favorite. Start by adding 8 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese into a large bowl. Again, I'm shredding my cheese myself here. And I'm using sharp cheddar cheese because I really want that cheddar cheese flavor to shine through. Then add in 1.5 cups of mayonnaise and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and stir that until it's combined. Next, you're gonna need 1/2 cup of cooked crumbled bacon, or you could use bacon bits if you don't wanna bother with cooking bacon in your air fryer or oven. Then 1/2 cup of slivered or sliced almonds, like I'm using here. Mix it again. Then to finish this, because we're actually not going to bake this one, all you need to do is just slice up 5 green onions, add the green parts only right to your dip, give it a stir again, and then you're done. Serve this with some of your favorite veggies or use your favorite low-carb tortilla chips, which I show you how to make my favorite low-carb tortilla chips right here in this video.